We're brother and sister Munns. We really had three distinct and different involvements with the opening of the temple. One was that I was legal counsel and was involved in getting the approvals for the temple, one of the attorneys for it. One was that I had the assignment to oversee the dedication of the temple, and the other was to oversee the open house for the temple. And Sister Munns was involved with me on all three of those, especially the latter two.
When we first moved to Florida, to go to the temple, we took bus temple rides with the whole group from our wards, and it was 24 hours to get to the Washington temple. And we did that, and then the Atlanta temple was built, and that was still 8 hours, and we did that in bus groups also. But now it's such an amazing experience that we here in Florida have our own beautiful temple. And I love to just know that we can drive by it, we can go in it, we can look at it, we can share it with friends. But of course, the very best part is being inside and knowing that it's the house of the Lord, and just feeling the spirit there of oneness and peace, and being in the celestial room and having that opportunity to worship and know that our Heavenly Father, this is His house and He approves of it. And it's close by. My
father was the second stake president of the Orlando stake, which was the second stake in all of Florida, formed in 1961. And about 1975, when our closest temple was, I think, Arizona at the time, he made a prediction that someday there would be a temple in Orlando. And a lot of people thought that he was a little crazy for making that statement. And he lived to see the opening of the temple and bought that house right there, which is the temple, which is the house closest to the temple front door, so he could go through a little gate they made for him and lived to see that temple open, which at the time that prophecy, I'll call it, was made, was one that was hard to believe, but then he got to see the realization of it.
I've had people ask me about the temple, and they'll say, how come it's not crowded on Sundays? We've got big parking lot and there's nobody in there. And that is a great opportunity to tell them that it's different from a meeting house or a church, which we do attend on Sundays. But the temple is a sacred building where we perform sacred covenants and commitments. And it's so special and sacred that we keep it different from our church buildings, and that it has its own special slot in our lives that reminds us of our covenants and our commitments that we've made with the Lord.
The best thing a member can do to understand their temple covenants is, of course, come over and over and over again. I don't know how many times I've been to the temple, but it's quite a number. And I still feel that every single time I come to the temple, I won't say I learned some new point of doctrine necessarily, but I get an impression that helps me understand the nature of the covenants that I've made and the promises and blessings that were given.
I would say to members, it's such a reminder of what the plan of salvation really is. It's a reminder that even though we have obviously earthly things and daily things and families and challenges and whatnot, that the temple is set apart its own way to remind us of those commitments we've made and covenants we've made, and the blessings that we can receive when we keep those covenants.